Hey, it's Denise. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if it's your first time here. I wanted to follow up and do the video I told you that I would do after Percy and I had our Zoom training session with Nate Schoemer. First of all, if you don't follow him and you're a dog person, you have to check out his YouTube channel. I will give the name, I'll spell his name in the description box. But he is a trainer who is based in California, but he will also do Zoom training sessions. So Percy and I just had a training session with him, and it went really well. Let's see, he answered questions I was having, ways to deal with the biting, the fact that, like, when I try to walk in and out of her area, she doesn't really have like a firm sit stay yet. She's only 9 weeks old. He showed me how to use leash pressure and teaching her, like kind of faking her out a little bit with, making the click sound so she would think I took the leash off. But then if she went to try to run, she'd still be on the leash. And, we did that a few times, which was really helpful. And she pretty quickly started to catch on, like, just because she hears that noise of the click of the leash coming off, that she shouldn't try to bolt through the door. So basically every little issue that I kind of had a problem with, he had, he was able, via Zoom, I was in there with her, and he could see us and direct me to make sure that I was timing my responses to her behavior appropriately, or like let me know, like, no, you should, wait till she does it a little more, or don't give the reward so quickly, or if she starts to, like, in real time there, it was very much like having a training session in person, which I had been concerned with, the Zoom situation, how much would it feel weird having a training session. And I have to say that it was awesome, and he is a pleasure to work with. He was absolutely lovely. This was my first time ever speaking to him, other than just by text to set up the appointment. And he was really absolutely lovely in terms of answering questions and talking about just any issues I was having with her, any concerns I was having in terms of what I was doing, and making sure, because like my problem was I wanted to be sure I wasn't starting to reinforce any bad habits accidentally, and that I'm going about encouraging the good habits that we want to see continue and grow and build on, that I'm going about things the right way to get her moving along. And he seemed pretty happy overall with where she's at 9 weeks, with the things that she's doing. And, biting, he says, like I had said in the previous video, biting is part of puppy stuff, and you either just kind of deal with it, or you can correct it, using a correction. And we went kind of through the process of how you can do that. Yeah, I was really happy with it. And any reservations I had about whether a Zoom training session would feel like a real training session was definitely laid to rest. It was just as good as having a trainer in the room, in terms of his being able to explain what I needed to do and point out if I needed, like, to change the way I was doing something. So I was really happy with that. What else was I going to update you on? Let's see. The litter box. We were in the middle of a snowstorm here in New York since yesterday, so she's been going outside and is peeing outside. Still only wants to poop in the litter box. He did give me a suggestion for that, which I'm going to give a try and see if we can get her to poop outside. But I feel like right now, where the snow is so deep, that it's to the point that, I mean, when she squats to pee, she's touching snow with her sensitive bits. I mean, it was already that deep before the storm started, just what we already had on the ground, and we've gotten another 6 or 7 inches. So it's supposed to stop tonight sometime, and tomorrow we can, well, my landlord by tomorrow will have, he's pretty good about plowing out pretty quickly. Usually he knows a few people in the building have dogs, so he clears, like plows out, not just our parking area, but he'll part of what is actually the lawn in the summer. He'll also plow so that people have somewhere to walk their dogs with, because there's no sidewalks or anything here. I'm in a very rural area. So, I feel like I'm talking really fast. Maybe that's because sometimes I feel like I feel like what I'm going to say only is going to take a few minutes, and then I end up looking at the clock and it's like, wow, Denise, you've been talking for a half hour. So yeah, you can see the little miss is now settling down, probably going to take a nap because she just had dinner after we finished our session. I had, my son ran down and got her dinner. But yeah, I was glad to see that the couple little things that I was doing not quite right, or that things that I could be doing to get a better result, I now know how to do those things. He also referred me to a couple of his videos to help refresh my mind on some stuff that will, apply to the things that I was talking to him about. So, and he does have a Facebook group too that I joined a while back, that people are very friendly in his Facebook group in terms of giving each other feedback if they ask questions. So definitely, I was very happy with how our Zoom training session went. She is only 9 weeks, so she's not starting puppy kindergarten or puppy preschool, I think they call it, until we have about a month. It's February 2nd as I'm filming this, and March 2nd is when she starts school. So we have a month where it's still going to be, me doing the training at home before she starts going to a professional trainer. So that's why I really wanted to be sure that I wasn't letting any bad habits set in. So I feel good about the fact that we went ahead and did this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I just wanted to let people know, because I imagine a lot of people would probably feel the same way I did. Like, is it going to feel weird to try to do a video training session, by Zoom with your dog as opposed to an in-person session? And for me to be able to train with someone who I've watched so many of their videos and I really like the way he works with his dogs. In fact, during our Zoom, he was out in his yard with his dog. So, I could see him doing stuff with his dog, and he was outside. So like if he needed to kind of show me something, like how he was handling the leash differently, he could do it. Like, it was exactly the same as if he was here, only he was outside in nice sunny weather in California and I'm indoors in New York where it's blizzarding. But yeah, in terms of the effectiveness, though, it was the same as having the trainer right in the room with us. So if you're, if you have a trainer that you want to work with who isn't local to you and they're willing to do Zoom and they're comfortable with it, I would definitely say give it a shot, because I felt like it was a really good way to go to work with a trainer who I really like their technique. And I, if I lived near them, I would certainly use them as, as my trainer, but obviously we're across the country, so it's not like we could train in person. That's really what I wanted to keep this video about. I will update on other things, but I had just, if you watched my last video, I mentioned that I was going to have an upcoming training session by Zoom with Nate Schoemer, and I wanted to just let you know how it went. So thank you for watching, and please take a moment, hit that that notification bell so you know when I put up another video, when Percy there is actually awake and we're doing stuff. I have to do, once she's doing more stuff, my light arrived today so that I can make it a little less gloomy. You can see by the window that the sun has already set, so the lighting is not ideal in there once the sun sets. So I did get an additional light to help out a little bit. And yeah, so I was very happy with how things went today. In general, very happy with her, how she's progressing. She seems to be, according to him, doing things that are totally age appropriate for a 9-week-old puppy. You don't expect them to be doing algebra yet at this point. So, she is engaged and she likes training and she thinks it's fun, which is what you want so that she'll enjoy learning. So overall, it was a very positive experience, and it made me feel like more confident to keep doing what I'm doing and knowing what little things I can do differently to try to, make sure that I'm getting the results that I want and that I'm communicating clearly to her so that it doesn't get frustrating for her. So I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day, and again, thank you for watching.